Hey guys, today I'm going to show you how to solve the void cube. Now what this is, it's a 3x3 with no solid cross core. It has a core, but it's made up of 6 different pieces, and then the inner pieces underneath this. Because how these corners stay in, and how these pieces stay in, this is actually based off the Rubik's 2x2. Which is why this thing cannot cut corners even if it's just that much. Because just of the internal mechanism. But this is a Lan void cube, and Lan is a very, very good company. So this came just like this, and it moves really good. I mean, the only defect is how it's made. But I mean, I don't think it can be made any other way unless you have an invisible core. But I mean, still, if you had an invisible core, then you wouldn't be able to stick your finger through it. It'd be like, ow! But, yeah. So, when I'm going to show you how to solve the void cube, I'm only going to show you the parity, because the rest is just solving like a 3x3. And if you don't know how to solve a 3x3, I have a annotation right here, if you want to click that. Right there. Right there. Okay, so for those of you who know how to solve a 3x3, when you mix up your void cube, before you mix it up, or if you already have and you're like, oh crap, you're going to want to memorize the color scheme, or at least opposite colors. So, if you had like normal, like this, it's really easy because it's the same with every single Rubik's Cube. But this Lan, it's a little different. Like, there's this bright yellow side, which is across from the red. Light blues across from green, that's normal. It's a little really, really light green. And then there's a gray side, which is opposite of black, which is a little easy to remember. But that's just something that you're going to want to remember when you're going to do this. So, now let's get to do it. So, the parity is going to be this. Now what this is, it's what most people call the impossible PLL case, which means you have all the green on top here, even though it's hard to see because of the lighting and how light it is. But this is the green, don't worry. So all the greens on top here, and usually if you had two across from each other that needed to be switched, these two would also need to be switched. But that's not the case. This is the parity of the void cube, and let me tell you, it's a real bitch. Okay? So, when you're solving this, you're going to want to have both of these on the bottom. So that two that need to be flipped, so the green side obviously would be on the bottom. Okay, and then you're going to do this small algorithm right here. Up to M, up to M prime. Then, once you do this, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to do, from the same position, you're going to want to do a B prime, R prime, B, just like that. Then you're going to want to do something called a super flip. What the super flip does is it flips this piece, this piece, this piece, and this piece. And what this algorithm is, it's really easy. It's a set of 2 moves done 4 times. So it's going to be an MU. And you do that a total of 4 times. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then once you do this, you're going to want to do just backwards of what you did to get the pieces up here. So a B prime, R, B. And then from here, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to do a reverse of the first algorithm. So you're going to want to do a M, U2, M prime, U2. Now once you get to here, you're going to see that it's still a little jumbled up from this point on. Only the middle layer though. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to move it until one of the pieces is solved. You're going to want that piece in front of you on the bottom, right there. And you're just going to want to do that same algorithm I just said, not the first one, but the one I just said. So you want to do a M, U2, M prime, U2. And once you do that, you should have fixed the parity for the void cube. And it's that simple. Solve like a 3x3, and if you have that parity, just do those set of it's like you have to remember 4 things and 2 simple algorithms. One of them is just a forward, and then one's the reverse, because see, M, U2, M prime, U2. The other one was just U2, M, U2, M prime. See? So, that's simple.